Hey, Jeb, what's the word of the day?
Marty the mortgage guy.
Strip Club Video with Danny Meyers, Dane Hansen, and Jeb Jarrell starts now.
All right, man. Strip Club Video. We are back for another episode. I am Danny Meyers from Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, look, man. Well, first of all, we got Jeb Jarrell. He's joining us here. And look at our guests, man. We got two of them coming from Atlanta, Georgia. Tim Rhodes and
Marty the mortgage guy.
Yeah. Dane, we're not sure where he's at. He hasn't shown up yet, but we may add him. If he shows up in the middle of the show, he'll sit next to Jeb on the casting couch. So here's what we've got, man. We're excited. We've been telling everybody, where in the hell is Tim Rhodes? I mean, for those of you who don't know Tim Rhodes, he is the one of the original hosts and producers of Strip Club Radio, the show that we kind of, I guess, and took over, ripped off. I don't know what you want to call it. Continued on in a different format. He's a former board member at Panda, former mega troll on the Panda websites and forums and everything. Mega troll. That's like a Megatron, but a mega troll. He's done several podcasts, including, Rock and Rehab Show, nice. A recovering person as well. So, Tim, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Let's do troll. How did I troll? I made Panda interesting is what I did. I think Jeb will back me up on this.
I didn't say troll was a bad thing, did I?
No, I don't know. I think people think troll is bad, is an irritant. Jeb, wouldn't you say?
I'd say pot stirrer, professional pot stirrer.
I say that I created some very interesting content on that Panda website that probably hasn't been there since I left last year.
There are very few people in this world that are talented enough to stir up that much conversation on 3 sentences.
Yeah,
but the shit that I put out there, Jeb, was interesting, right?
Yes, no, without a doubt, we miss it.
Okay, well, good.
Speaking of we miss it, how long has it been since you just completely deleted social media and went off the grid?
June, like the first week of June. I think I got irritated with COVID, and then it was politics, and then everything became a debate or an argument. You couldn't post anything without someone wanting to debate or argue, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm getting off it." And I was going to get off for a couple of weeks, and it felt pretty good. And so now it's been almost a year now.
Well, wow. It's not the first time you've done this. It's a couple of times you've disappeared from the social media world.
Yeah, I would get pissed in Panda. I would take the ball and leave, and I was like, you know what? I'm quitting. Fuck you guys. And then I would come back like a week later going, oh, hey. Hi.
So what do you do with all your time when you're not wasting it on social media every day?
I got a 30-year-old girlfriend, Jeb.
Oh,
I'll be 57 next month, and she's 30. And so we, do things that she wants to do a lot.
57? It's been 7 years since I've been to Atlanta, Georgia for the Panda Bowl.
Yeah, you believe that. Dane and I celebrated our birthdays in Atlanta, I guess I'll come
7 years ago. You were there on your 50th.
Wow, goddamn. She did mention to me that in 10 years I'll be 67. And she'll be going on 40, and she won't be around.
So where'd you meet her?
I play tennis. So I met this person who got me into the mortgage industry. So I was trying to branch out and get out of the strip club industry because I needed a plan B.
Mm-hmm.
And so she played tennis, and so she got me interested in tennis. So I started doing Atlanta's a huge tennis community and leagues, and so I met her playing tennis one day, and so we hit it off, and we've been together since about a year now.
Yeah. Well, you used to do a lot of topics on Strip Club Radio, your show, and one of the things was always how hard it is to date outside the industry. And we used to all think it's almost impossible to date outside the industry because as soon as you say, what do you do for a living? Well, I do programming for, well, what do you begin? Okay, I'll DJ in a strip club. Bye. So how's this girlfriend taking it?
Yeah, she is the most neutral woman I've ever known in my whole life, Jeb. You know this, like you may not know this, but women do a lot of this, a lot of emotion roller coaster thing. And she's just so like down the middle neutral, and she just never had an issue with it.
Well, you are kind of dating probably one of the oldest women you've ever dated, right?
This is true. Yeah, she's very mature. 30 years old.
Yeah.
Got a job.
Yeah, I don't know how that even is. I've never dated one that old.
I met her parents a couple weeks ago. And so we've been dating for almost a year now.
Holy
and
shit.
I've been putting off meeting her mom and dad. And I was so fucking nervous, dude, because I was like, man, am I older than this guy? Just tell me I'm not. And so turns out he is a little older than I am, which is good. And we had a lot in common because he and I grew up in the same, same time frame. So no, they were very cool.
At the same time.
Yeah, so they're great and they're supportive of it. So who knows where it's going to go? It can't go much longer, right? She's 30. I'm 57. I'm going to die soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, man, wish you luck. Strip Club Radio. I want to get back to this podcast because this was one that we all glued to. We just could not wait to hear the next Strip Club Radio. You had some outstanding guests on there, and you had the biggest pot stirrer, which was Drayton Nay, on there. He's a self-proclaimed strip club expert. Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about Strip Club Radio because I'd really like to see that come back. What was like your favorite episode of Strip Club Radio?
I just noticed I look like the picture that you put on the background. Like
spot on.
This is the only shirt I own, apparently. That picture that you put up there was like years ago, and I look exactly, well, except for being a little older. I loved Strip Club Radio, and that was Anthony Binger Baleo's idea, and I'll say that forever, that Binger was the guy who came up with this idea because he knew I had done some radio, and he said, hey, what if we did a show together? And I didn't really know him. So Binger actually drove to Atlanta. We had dinner one night, and he said, let's do like a show together. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Podcast. This was probably, 10 years ago, Jeb? How long has it been?
Yeah, about 10 years.
So he and I started it, and then we brought in Glenn Miller and Dane, and we had a pretty good run of guests with Flo Rida and Ludacris and I don't know, countless other guys. And it was a lot of work, as you know, Danny, because you do all these shows. It's a lot of work to try to prep it and try to get people to come on the show. And we would just throw out all these topics that we thought about all these years of being in the strip club industry. And I think towards the end, I felt like we just exhausted everything. We talked about fucking everything, dating young girls, music in the industry, how the girls don't dress or dance or act like they used to. They don't know how to sell anymore. It's all about, hey, take me to a VIP room. And I thought we covered a lot of that. And then I just started running out of topics. So I didn't know where to go with it. And so that's why it kind of petered out. I think we did over 100 episodes though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeb, your favorite episode?
Early. The episode where Binger just came home and found out his fiance left him. That is hands down my favorite episode ever. And then the one where Tim plays all of his ex's voicemails. I fucking loved that show. Glenn Miller becoming an actor with the actor coach. That was absolutely fucking hysterical.
I'm still thinking the Binger thing. So if people don't know, Binger, his girlfriend, they were going to get married.
They were going to get married. He was engaged.
He came home after work and she was gone.
No, he came home after poker.
Oh, was it? Okay, poker. You know probably more than I do. So,
right.
Story real quick then. Go ahead.
Yeah, he came home after poker and she was gone. I mean, gone. Like took everything.
The car at the airport or some shit. And then there was a note inside the car. And
and he just, literally was on the show an hour and a half, 2 hours after all of this had happened. It was so raw and so fucking hysterical. If you don't know Binger, he's a fucking funny person by himself. And that tragedy, he turned it into some of the best humor I've ever heard.
We had a couple of the relationship episodes too were really funny.
Oh yeah.
Talking about some of the shit that we had gone through, and they weren't all home runs, but there were some good ones in those 100 that we did that I'm pretty proud of. Yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm. I think
I was trying to pull up the Psycho Girlfriend.
Dude,
but it must be on another computer somewhere. But
yeah, if your new girlfriend heard what you did to your old girlfriend, your new girlfriend would be gone. I wasn't gonna bring that one up, but
you might just laugh though. This one's cool. I'm telling you, she might go, "Oh my god!"
Oh, and that show was funny. Oh fuck,
ballsy, man.
Yeah, what happened was this: I'd only been dating this girl too for about a month, and then she just lost her fucking mind and left about 100 voicemails, and they were all like, I'm very suicidal. I'm gonna call my mother. And I was like, what? You're fucking.
The next one's like, I talked to mom, and she told me to tell you.
She wants to call you, and oh, dude.
I'll see if I can find that show. Maybe you can post it as a kind of a a memory podcast.
Yeah, or maybe we just get you on again sometime, and we do that. People like seeing you, man. I put a post in the Panda page, and I said, okay, if you were going to ask Tim Rhodes one question, what would you ask? And I got some interesting questions here. Are you ready?
I bet.
Well, Chris Steakbake wants to know how your life has changed since leaving social media.
Better, because I don't look at my phone every 5 minutes, and I get to play tennis, and I get to fuck my 30-year-old girlfriend.
Okay. Doc Rock wants to know who.
Sorry, baby. Baby, I'm sorry about that one.
Doc Rock wants to know who choreographed your dance routine in New Orleans.
So, did you tell everybody how that went down? It was me, Jay Crowley, and Hot Tub. Wanted to do something for Expo, so we all had like these sailor suits, and we did In the Navy or YMCA or one of those, right?
Both.
Yeah,
it was just
In the Navy.
I ad-libbed that whole thing, and I thought I killed it.
Yeah.
I did a little pop and lock in, and then I did some old school shit. I did the Running Man. Yeah, I brought it that day, I think. Jeb, would you agree?
Oh yeah, that was hysterical.
Bigger wants to know, do you still love him?
No.
Oh
no.
He's moved on.
Sean Ritchie wants to know if he's the one who scared you into hiding.
Sean Ritchie, you want to talk trolls?
Yeah.
To start with, he is the biggest dick I've ever met on social media, and I give him credit because he pushed my buttons like nobody else did. I don't know why that fucker got underneath my skin, but he always had a way of doing it. So congrats, Sean. I hope you're happy. Yes, I left because of you.
Okay. Daniel Preble wants to know about the real estate industry. You think you'll ever get back in it?
Oh, no, like most things, I usually leave them before they get good. So I didn't re-up on my mortgage license, and then COVID hit, and it turned out to be the biggest real estate boom ever. And the person I was working with made about $500,000 last year, and I'm still DJing 4 nights a week. So, yeah.
And then Walter Warwick, he wants to know, he wants you to bring back the strip club radio so Dane can do more things like this.
Said, little bitch, you can't fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms. These is bloody shoes. At the store, I can get them both. I don't want to choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off. So don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now. I make money moves. Say, I don't gotta dance. I make money moves. If I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss. You a worker, bitch. I make bloody moves.
I would like to take credit for that one. That was we did a thing called hip hop lyrical reading, classical hip hop lyrical reading, or we called it something like that, where we played a little, music, and Dane would recite some of the hip hop lyrics of the day.
That was the best one.
No,
he did a lot. He did a few, not a lot. He did a few, but that was the best one. That had to be probably every time I think of strip club radio, I remember that one. That had to be my best moment. DJ Platypus, Michael DeSuno. He's got 2 questions. One, where do you think the industry will be in 20 years?
I've been saying it's been going away for how long, Jeff? I think 5 or 6 years. I've been kind of poo-pooing the industry a little bit, thinking
more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go away sooner than later because of just the quality of the entertainers so bad. Customers are not cool with just a pretty girl being on stage anymore. They want more. And girls that fuck guys in VIP rooms ruined it for everybody. So where do you go from there? I think you only go one place, and that's becoming some kind of bordello-y kind of thing. And we're even talking about taking out all of our stages and just doing VIP rooms at this point. We're remodeling at the Cheetah in Atlanta. We're going to have like one stage, kind of a center stage, like 11 in Miami with a pole, and that's it, So to answer the question, I'm not sure. I thought it was going to be more of it's going to go by the wayside, but maybe guys will always want a little bit of interaction with these girls and a chance for them to make them feel good. And the ugly guys will get some attention from hot girls. But the quality of the entertainer keeps going down, and I don't know why that is. Jeb or Dan, you guys got an answer? I'm sure you probably asked this question before. Where did all the hot girls go? I mean,
I know. I've got to, it takes a million things to make that happen. But back in the day, there was nowhere else for the hot girl to go. Now she has 1,000 options. Most of them are influencers. Like the hotter she is, the more she could package that product.
Or, you know what, not to cut you off, I have kids and my kids have been spoiled. And I think every kid's spoiled now. We're back in the day, when you turned 18, parents were like, all right, time for you to move on. And then so girls had to go out and make a living, right? So now kids are living at home longer than ever. They're 24, 25, still living at home, and they don't need to go take off their clothes to make a little extra cash to pay for that college.
That's part of it too.
So, I mean, I still say though, the girls in Atlanta are hot. They still look good. They don't look as good as they used to, in my opinion, but maybe that's because I'm old. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to look more like your daughter, and then you get older, then they start looking more like your granddaughter. Then you start getting older than your great granddaughter.
You seen my daughter?
No, I have never seen your daughter who has that Facebook page that sells jewelry and it has her Etsy store. No,
I know.
no, you sent me a link to her Etsy store one time. So she was making jewelry. Is she still doing that?
No, like other kids, she just kind of quits doing anything that's good and then does bad shit.
Oh,
no, she's still doing it. Thank you. Chic Beads Boutique, CHIC Beads Boutique.com.
Oh, yeah. Check that out, man. She's a great person. Nothing like her father. Just kidding.
Well, let me ask that question back to you. Where do you see the industry going in 20 years? Your opinions, Danny?
Automation. Very much automated from the DJ side. There's automated programs, and I don't want to get too much into it now because we're going to do a whole show on these show clubs and cover jocks and things like that in another week or two. But I think it's going to get to the point where you put AI together with the technology that's out there, and there's going to be ways for computers to scan the room, know which girls are on the floor, automatically see which ones are going back in the VIP. And the music side of it, I was at a Jeb's club, and most of their clubs are using covered jock with a live MC over it.
Show club.
And I see bugs in the system. It did not work flawlessly, but there's bugs with DJs too, and I see that maybe in another few years they may get the bugs worked out, and a lot of the weaker DJs are going to be out of work. Even some of the strong guys might be out of work. That's why I'm glad I'm semi-retired right now. Girl-wise,
over the show now. So, Jeb, how do you feel about this? I know you can't take the host out of the host. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
That's so. I was cracking up. Like Tim just took off with that. That was great. What was this platypus's second question?
Oh, he wants to know your opinion of the. He asked you a question. Your opinion of where the industry's going.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Was there a second
that
question?
That was you, Jeb. That was I thought Tim was asking Jeb that question.
Oh no, I got that
Let's
one.
move on to Platypus's second question.
Today's music.
What do you
think of today's music and being a 57-year-old guy playing music for 18 or 21 in Atlanta?
Well, he used to have a different format. His format's changed. Now he does play that younger music.
I mean, if you're not rocking DaBaby or Lil Baby or any rapper that ends in baby and lyrics like, my bitch is a masterpiece. She sucks my dick when she's mad at me. I mean, that's just
set it on fire.
Oh, wait,
my little bitch is a masterpiece. I ain't even gotta be funny when I'm telling no jokes. She still gonna suck my dick when she's mad at me. Let a nigga make me. I nod my head in his.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I hate every fucking new rap song out there. There, boom. There you go. How's that? And actually, you know what, Jeb? This is what happens. When our club turned, the clientele changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I just do Britney Spears. I'm jumping some JoJo, Leave, Get Out. You know that song? I fucking anything but hip hop is what I'm playing right now. And then with our new format, I think we're just going to go back to playing heavy dance with our new lights and sound. But because I'm afraid if we go that route, I don't think we'll ever come back. So no, I'm anti hip hop, and not because I hate it, just because I think the clientele wise, I know guys will disagree all day that you are what you play as far as your clientele goes, but I try to stay away when I can.
Well, let me ask you, do songs like Sweet Child of Mine and Welcome to the Jungle and things like that, they still work for you? Cherry Pie?
I guess it depends on reading the room again. When we had conventions, and we haven't had them now for over a year, you would get a lot of the middle-aged guys that come into Atlanta, and that it worked. Now, no, I just stay away. I just kind of go middle of the road, dancey, poppy stuff right now for me. But, it depends on the crowd like anybody else. If you got a bunch of older guys in there that kind of know that shit, then it works. Otherwise, just keep it mainstream and poppy and upbeat. That's what I'm doing.
Sounds good. Jeb, you got any questions for Tim?
When are you going to bring back Strip Club Radio?
Jeb, I thought you were taking over this show, weren't you?
I mean, we can, but let's keep you in it. Either way.
I was when Glenn Miller passed away, we were gonna come back and do one, and I don't get choked up talking about it.
Yeah.
I was it fucking hit me hard, and so we were gonna come back and do some Glenn, and I didn't do it, and I don't know why. I part of me just didn't want to because it was gonna be hard, and the other part of me was just lazy. I don't know, but. I don't know. Maybe, I'm sitting here looking at Cover Glenn right now. Maybe I can play this off my side of when we were talking about Cover Jack. We talking about automated DJing. So we did a show called Cover Glenn, where we just had, like, if it was just all Glenn all the time. And so I think this is kind of queued up. Listen to the
Carol. Cover Glenn. It's a phenomena that's going to happen. I mean, it's coming soon. Covered Jock is so fucking
that's so 3 or 4 years ago.
It's played out.
Yes. Wild Bill, we love you, Wild Bill, but you cannot touch Cover Glenn at all. I'm telling you, watch out for this motherfucker. Here he comes.
Thought you stopped it right before
was
that Carol's intro?
Wednesday night, Vinny's Gangbang Room right now, center stage. Welcome this lady up. Really hot. You're going to love this. I'd like to drop a load down her shit pipe. Here's Susie.
Yeah. Hey now.
Oh, I got to hear him do that live. He used to work, Baby Dolls in Dallas, Texas. And I mean, that was the kind of stuff he said all night long. And I would sit there and go, if I said that, my boss would kill me. But he says it in such a way that it's humorous and not insultive. So yeah, Glenn, man, I miss you, brother.
Yeah, it was right to say anything they want, and they were like, "Oh, Glenn, it's just Glenn. He can say anything." And Glenn and I went back to 19. I think he and I opened up Pure Platinum Honolulu in 1988 or 89, somewhere in there, and I miss him dearly. So that's one where I was going to come back and do some shows and talk about Glenn, and I just never did it. So I don't know, maybe
still can. I wish you would.
You would. Danny, you do all the stuff. You do everything.
Yeah, but I can't tell the story like you.
I don't know. I think you're an inspiration to all of us. And I don't need to blow smoke up your ass for a second, but at 60, how old?
65. And damn proud of it.
65 now?
65. Yeah. I'm semi-retired, man. I collect Social Security retirement now.
I looked at the Panda Top 20 this month, and I was like, I don't know half the songs anymore. I'm so out of touch and out of the loop. And Danny's always been on it, man. Whatever's going on, whatever's new, he's on it. And technology-wise, never afraid. Some guys are so resistant to change, and Danny just embraces it. So let me say that about you, man. You're amazing.
Wow. Thank you.
I agree.
Now I have to say something good about Tim?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna close with a question.
Okay.
Is there any chance we can get you back on Facebook and back in the Panda Forum?
No. See that.
We'll end on that. Strip Club Video.